Up+Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up+Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Happy Wednesday, hump day, here we go. Thank you so much for being Up+Adam. My name is Adam Montiel. Quick thanks to the folks at the Cab Collective having me out there at Opolo yesterday. I was legit. I hosted a panel with 5 incredible winemakers, owners, whatever you want to call them, all different kinds of folks. Who was it? With Damian Grinley, owner winemaker for Brecken. He has another winemaker too that's doing it, but he's still, I guess you call him winemaker emeritus, right? And then James Shear, great guy. James is the winemaker at Opolo, fantastic dude. Next in line, Doug Ayers, the owner of the Ayers Hotel, the Allegretto. And then next to him, the one and only Chef Candace, who's the director of winemaking for Cereal Wines, John Anthony, a bunch of different brands all over the place, from Napa to here, crazy. Cool, super cool guy. And then on the end of the dais was the one and only Mike Seiner, talking on behalf of Ancient Peaks today, or yesterday rather. So I want to thank Linda, the Cab Collective, Paso Cab Collective, and everyone they have like a bunch of buyers out for what they call Cab Camp. And they bring buyers from all over the country out here. And it's really cool for them to see Paso and hear the stories of these folks. And I got lucky enough to host this panel. So very thankful, went wonderfully, I hope. And thank you for having me. Okay, today, kind of keeping with that theme a little bit, this is more of the culinary side locally. This Sunday, something a little wild, a little untamed. It's happening in Creston, the Untamed Dinner, part of At Her Table, this celebration that brings together incredible food, wines from SloCal, and really a dining experience that's less about a meal and more about a story. Really, At Her Table is a Central Coast movement that celebrates and elevates women in food, wine, and hospitality. I want to say we might even be in year 4 or 5 now. Chefs, makers, farmers, winemakers, and this annual dinner is one of the most anticipated events of the year for At Her Table. This year, Executive Director Chef Candace is doing something a little different, handing the entire culinary narrative to one chef to take guests on a full sensory journey from first bite to last. That chef is Katie Prescott, a self-taught creative force whose path to the kitchen is as unique as her menu. From 14 years in dentistry, believe it or not, into the wine world of the Central Coast, and now leading a multi-course interactive dinner where each course engages your senses in a whole new way. And just before we went on air, Candace dropped some big news. She's also stepping into a major role at a major winery as the executive chef. So we're going to let her break that news coming up in a few minutes. I am really excited about this dinner. It's this Sunday evening. There are just a handful of tickets left. I'm lucky enough to be out there and seeing things again. Would just love to see you and celebrate these women who are just kicking ass here in the wine, the food, the hospitality sectors here in SloCal. So that is coming up just minutes from now. Can't wait for it. We've had just blistering sunshine, gorgeous, albeit mild temps today. This morning, a little bit of a cold front moving in. Sky's still looking good, but that wind, and it's not the wind that we had like 4 or 5 days ago, like that warm wind. Like if you've lived here for a long time, you're like, ooh, this feels like earthquake weather. Whether that's a real thing or not, who knows? But if you lived in California, you kind of know. If you're a lifer, if you're a California lifer, you kind of know. But this is like a chilly wind, like you're on vacation type wind. So the sun is going to be back tomorrow. We just got a little bit of this I feel today, maybe through tomorrow early morning, but we're going to be getting sunshine. It's been a beautiful week, and it's going to continue to be beautiful today, but maybe a little windy and maybe a little bit of a chill when that breeze rolls through. Before we get into our chat with Chef Candace and Chef Katie, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you straight out, stand up from the mountaintops. I love my bidet. I use a bidet. And I'll tell you, once you start, there is no going back. If you're like me, you are a proud bidet user. But then you already know the struggle. You get used to that clean, comfortable, why didn't I do this sooner type life? And then you go on to a hotel or Airbnb, you go to a conference, and suddenly you feel like you're a third world in it, like what's going on here? You feel like you're roughing it for sure. And this is why I love the Traveler from my friends at Porta Bidet. It is not no squeeze bottle thing you got from Amazon. It's not awkward. Doesn't get water everywhere. It actually mounts to the toilet. No tools, no plumbing, mounts to any toilet in seconds and gives you real pressure. I mean, real pressure, real control, real comfort. It's like having your home set up with you wherever you go. Trust me, vacation hits different when you get to feel like yourself. They smashed their Kickstarter when they did it. Now they're shipping. And yes, Up+Adam is officially partnering with Porta Bidet. So if you've been curious, this is your sign. This is your invitation. By hitting that link in the show notes, that will let them know that you heard about it here on Up+Adam. Your future self and your suitcase will thank you. Check it out.
It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, at her table, a powerful movement that shines the light on the women shaping our region's food, wine, hospitality scene. And one of the centerpiece events happening, it's this Sunday. It's this year at Ella's Vineyard. It's called the Untamed Dinner. This is kind of like their flagship event throughout At Her Table. This year features a multi-course wine-paired experience led by Chef Katie Prescott, with At Her Table Executive Director Chef Candace Custodio helping bring it all to life. And by the way, she just dropped some big news about her new role as an executive chef. We're going to let her break that news coming up in this chat. Ladies, welcome, both of you. Thank you so much for being Up+Adam. Well, thanks, ladies. Chefs, thank you guys for being Up+Adam.
Thank you for having us, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. At Her Table is back. Candace, this Untamed Dinner, which is so dynamic and exceptional every year. This is your second year at the helm.
Yes. Yeah.
How are things coming along, and how are you feeling?
Everything's great. This year we changed a little bit. So my main focus is our Untamed Dinner. So it's been a lot of fun just kind of making that grow. Yeah.
And one aspect of this Untamed Dinner, before we get with Katie, I'm excited to, is that, at times we will have sometimes many chefs. And we've seen, you talk about cooks in the kitchen, right? We've had many chefs. We are focusing on one chef's acumen and one chef's interpretation this year.
Yes.
Talk about how special that is when, because it's fun to do it that way, but it's also very special to do it this way.
So, it's such a good format when we do the multiple chefs, because you get to get a view of each chef's vision and idea. But I felt that we really needed to have one chef so that she could tell the story from beginning to end. So not get cut off in the middle. So we went to Katie, and, the menu that she came up with was just incredible. She sent it to me and she asked me for notes, and I said no notes. So it's just a really great menu.
Katie, way to go.
And it's just so poetic, and she really took the theme and just ran with it. And I'm just super excited to just have everyone see what she is bringing to life.
Now, Katie, your story is really exciting.
Yes.
You moved here and you've worked in wine, whether it was we talked Grey Wolf and Barton Family Estates to
Correct.
Here and there. And now you are a chef with your own enterprise that does things. And have we done a dinner like this before? And tell me how you put this menu together.
Okay. I have done a handful of private dinners, not to this magnitude yet. So I'm super excited. Candace came to me with the theme, believe in the magic or trust the magic. And man, that just resonated with me so hardcore. Moving here and not really being in the wine industry. I did dentistry for 14 years before I moved here.
Wow, that's
and
a
then
big difference, huh?
Huge. And then getting into wine, and Joe and Jenny taking a chance on me and allowing me to be creative at Barton Family was huge. I developed sensory tastings there, which is a really kind of fun concept. When you go wine tasting and you're getting the tasting notes, and they're like, yeah, you get worn leather or, graphite. And people are like, yeah, okay, I enjoy the wine, but I'm not getting any of that. But if I give you a piece of worn leather to smell, and then maybe some pencil shavings to smell, and then all of a sudden you take that sip of that wine again, and then it opens up, like the synapses connect and they can pinpoint it. So then I got to go to McPrice Myers and just even further develop my creativity, and just grown so much. And then I just really kind of wanted to take the dinner back to the sensory, like the full experience. So every course, I'm blessed to have some amazing wineries that are going to be paired with every single course, but every course is going to be interactive.
Really? What does that mean? I cannot wait to see this. Interactive, huh?
Yes.
Is that, should we leave a little to be the...
I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We want people to get FOMO. If you're not there, you don't know. Yeah.
Do we need to wear a smock or anything?
No,
or what's going on?
No, it's not like going to be like, not that interactive.
Yeah.
But we're going to have some fun.
I love that. That's so cool. Can we talk about some of the things on the menu?
Sure.
Yeah. Just hit a couple of the items that you're excited about.
So I've never made dumplings from scratch before, and I've really kind of taken that on in the last couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about the dumpling dish.
Ooh.
Just a little like butterfly pea flour miso broth.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
So there's going to be some fun touches with that. I'm really kind of doing a fun play on Dubai chocolate for dessert.
Yeah. Which I'm excited because I've never done it. I've never had the Dubai chocolate trend yet. So
yeah, what's Dubai got that about chocolate that we don't know?
Well, it's just like this. Like, I think it's a textural thing for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of that sweet, savory, salty, and you get that crunch to it.
Sure.
But I'm not going 100% that direction.
Yeah.
So,
well, I love it that you have things that inspire you, but you are also very confident to put your own kind of signature on them and just let it fly. That's exciting.
It's fun just to put that Katie touch on things.
Yeah. So tell me, because what an interesting career turn to go from, 14 years in dentistry.
Correct.
To then this whole kind of Central Coast, locale lifestyle, wine, food. Here I am preparing. Here I am creating. And we've seen, some of my favorite chefs, whether it's I'm friends with Rachel Ponce or something, that they're total self-taught.
She's such an inspiration.
Isn't that cool?
She's such an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes.
This whole self-taught thing. And then, here she is doing things with Julian Aseo, who is completely classically trained.
Yes.
Yet they can both collab with each other and just love that the other person is so different.
That's what I love about the Central Coast chef culture, I believe, is there's not this nose in the air smugness for people that were classically trained or are classically trained versus home chefs. I think that people really celebrate each other, and that community is so strong and so supportive. It's huge. It speaks measures to the Central Coast.
What is it like in the weeks before a dinner like this, where you're preparing not just the whole, it's almost like a whole album, and each dish or service or course rather is like a song on the album, right?
That's such a great analogy.
I imagine just, writing that one song is tough, but then how, on the album, how does that arrangement go? How does the transition from one course to the next, how does it transition? And all that's it's all gotta balance. It's all gotta equal up.
Yeah. I think just the creativity with each dish, I like to put different elements on a plate and have everyone enjoy each element, but that it all together as well. But having that flow, having each course be significantly different but still meld together.
Yeah.
I think for me, for this particular dinner, having each course be interactive was a whole other level of a challenge.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. So every course I really want to be completely different to really own that element. But I will say I'm kind of going on the bookend theory. The first course is going to be, I think, the most changing for people.
Right.
And then the last course is going to leave you remembering how great everything else was.
Right.
Wow.
So you want it to just be a story, be an album.
True album arrangement there.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, one part of the Untamed Dinner, and I've been lucky enough to host these for many, many years, Candace, is the wine aspect. And you have not disappointed in years past with the selection of who's going to be there pouring their best.
Well, I don't want to take credit for it because Katie did the legwork on that. She came to me and she said, I have all the wine. I have everything done.
Awesome.
So this has been the easiest way, the easiest Untamed Dinner I've ever had to do. But yeah, Katie got it all together. Obviously, we have Nancy Ulloa. She's She's got to be
Fantastic.
everywhere.
Oh my God, I'm so
She's got to be
excited.
everywhere
She's
we are.
great.
Yes. And then we have Alta Colina.
Yes.
Ella's Vineyard, who's
Yes.
also hosting, is providing wine. And then
Oh my God, the venue
Steinbeck.
is just
Yes.
incredible.
I haven't been out to their location.
Oh my
so
gosh, you're in for a treat.
I'm
it's
super excited.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And what a blessing. What a
Yeah.
blessing to have it there.
I love them. They're great people.
Oh, Kat and Josh, they're incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And their
then-
wines are fantastic.
Yes.
You can't go
it's gonna
wrong
be
with their
great.
wines.
So we got some great wines
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
That are part of the dinner, and even before, right? We're kind of mixing it up a little bit before.
Yes.
With the
And then
wines a little bit, a little
We have
tasting.
a little welcome pour with
Yeah.
Steinbeck.
So we have Steinbeck.
Nice.
I don't want to forget anybody. So we have Steinbeck. We have Eola Cellars. We have McPrice Myers.
Oh, there we go.
Wonderful.
I was like, hold on, we can't
Yeah,
forget
we're missing one. Yeah.
I love them too.
McPrice Myers, Alta Colina, and then we're finishing with Ella's.
Great.
Yes.
It's going to be a
Yeah.
fun dinner.
And then you were at last year's dinner with
Yeah.
at Paso Bamboo, and they are showing us some love. They're bringing some bamboo out to the property, and they're
really?
doing all the decorations. So
No
yeah,
way.
they're
How
still
cool.
part of it. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because that was a cool spot. Meeting them was really exciting.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you've done some more Club Sup stuff out there, right?
Yeah, we actually have kind of merged a little bit. Their barn is now the official home of Club Sup, so I'm there every month now.
Oh,
yeah,
good for you.
Yeah.
Now, can we talk about this big news that I just learned about right before we went on the air?
Yes, yeah.
I can't even believe this. You guys were talking about this winery that I'm very familiar with and know a lot about, and a chef that I'm very familiar with and know a lot about. And then I find out he's retiring and you're becoming the head chef?
Yes, I will be I am officially the executive chef at Cass Winery now.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I first moved back here in 2020, I worked for Charlie at Cass. I was underneath him, and then now it's kind of come full circle, and it was a little weird to have him exchange keys with me, because I think he's such an incredible chef, and there's so much to learn from him, and it's an honor to be able to be considered for this position. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I just think of all the meals. I mean, just in the last year, whether it was I hosted the gala there maybe a few weeks, 3-4 weeks ago. And then, great dinner. And then the this, the that, or whatever it is. Like there's so many, I probably eat Cass, 6-7 times a year with all the different things. So that's going to be so exciting and it's great because I love them and I love you. And to see that news, it feels like, oh, I'm so happy for Chanda and the team. And I'm so happy for you. So that's so neat. Congrats.
Thank you so much. No, I'm super excited. It kind of doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited.
Now, when you I don't call it an audition, but when you have a gig like that, and you're lucky you are here, people know your cuisine, and they know how good you are. But do you have to make a meal for Steve and Ted, or how does it work?
You know what? No, they didn't. Because I have a relationship. I'd already been there. I have a relationship with Chanda and some other team. They kind of already knew what I was about.
Yeah.
And the owners were just kind of, if you approve her, we approve her. We said all the right things, and it just worked out.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, when you have, that kitchen's beautiful back there.
Yes,
It's vast. It's big.
Yeah.
Got a lot of room to spread out. Do you kind of walk through with Charlie, and he's like, okay, I keep all this shit here. I do that here. And then how do you kind of learn the ropes so then you can effectively take them over?
Well, the beauty of me having already worked there, I kind of already know the ropes. And,
Okay.
Not much has changed since I've been there. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
And yesterday or Sunday, he went through and showed me where everything was and gave me the keys and showed me everything. And right now, my mindset is just, how do I get this inventory into my brain, and how do I start working with it in my own format? Because I love Charlie's food, but it is going to be a new
Sure.
menu, a new everything under me, and just to showcase myself as well.
And when you are coming into a situation like that, how much do you go, okay, obviously they've had Charlie here for a long time. They like what he's doing. Customers have liked his cuisine. It's great. But yet, like you just said, that I am not Charlie. I am very much me, and you hired me for me, not because I'm a Charlie 2, but I'm Candace 1, right?
Yes, yeah.
But also there's the brand of Cass and, this very approachable yet high-end, great food. So how do you kind of walk that line and balance both of those truths?
Right. Well, I'm blessed because I have the specific types of cuisines that I like, but I know how to do everything. And so my conversations with them have been, what is the demographic? What are some foods that people really like? I don't want to walk in and just pull the rug out from under people's feet. So I do want to honor what has been tried and true, but I also want to start start bringing in my own, and it'll be a really nice balance so nobody feels, shell shock.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And we're still doing Club Sup Sup.
Yes. So still doing Club Sup Sup. I'm still doing private events through Chef Candace as well, but Club Sup Sup is now, it's Cass and now it's Club Sup Sup that are my main babies now. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's exciting. You just got back from Tokyo.
Yes.
What's a trip like that like?
It's incredible. It's especially... it's probably insane with 2 little kids.
I was going to say, you brought your kids.
Yeah. We had learned about the cast news, and I looked at my schedule and I said, we only have a week here until I start. And I don't know what's going to happen then. And my husband and I have always been very kind of just, let's do it. And we looked at Tokyo and we're like, let's go. And we bought the tickets on Monday and we left LA on Tuesday and we were on a plane to Tokyo on Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yes. And I have a
I saw your
3-year-old
post
and a
and
1-year-old.
Here we go to Japan. Here we come. I'm like,
you and I
what?
were talking, and then it was like, yeah, I'm going to do this, and I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm like, oh, damn. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at your Instagram, and you're like in Tokyo.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even have a house sitter. I was like on the way to the airport texting people, like, can you watch my house while I'm gone? Yeah.
But it all worked out. What was your favorite part about Tokyo?
I mean, the food. I love sushi. I love rice. I love all Asian food. Even from my last trip to Japan to here, Asian breakfast or Japanese breakfast is just a staple in my house. And my daughter, I mean, she can make us go bankrupt with salmon. So she was having a great time. Yeah.
What's like the crazy tech as far as food and tech meeting and collaborating over there? Are there crazy vending machines? Tell me about some of that stuff. I don't know why that interests me, but it does.
I mean, it's super convenient. Like you're there. You're like, why doesn't everybody have this? But they have coffee, hot coffee, different types of coffee machines. They have water and teas and everything. You can go into the metro stations, and then they have ramen. They have, anything you could possibly think of, they have it there. Yeah.
I watched this one guy on social media. He speaks no English, and he might even, I don't know if he's Korean or Japanese, but again, I don't speak either, so it doesn't matter. But he goes into these little stores, and he goes in, he lifts up the freezer, gets a little cup of ice that are all like cupped already and sealed.
Yeah.
And then he goes and looks at all the juices and all the drinks, and he buys something there. And then he goes into like the different noodles, and then he prepares it there, and he just makes it all there. And I don't know why this guy's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. All he's doing is picking up food, but it's so interesting to see the way these markets kind of operate and how you could pick literally anything and have your own meal in a couple minutes ready to go.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. I mean, one of the things that we didn't get to do this last time that I really enjoyed when I was by myself is that they have these 24-hour ramen places. Oh. And it's just you put in money, you get a ticket, you go sit down, and you're in your own little booth. Somebody opens the window, gives you your soup, closes it, and you're alone. Yeah. It's the best. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And you can go whatever time of day. So the first time I went, I couldn't go to sleep. So I was at those ramen bars at 3 a.m. just by myself, drinking a beer and eating my ramen and just kind of enjoying life.
Yeah, like perfect life right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. We got Candace, also Katie here at her table all month long at hertable.com.
Yes.
Is the website. We want you to go there. There are still tickets to this Untamed Dinner. It happens this Sunday. I'll be out there. I'm super excited to be emceeing and with all these great wines. And Katie, I'm so excited. So
Thank you.
This is the first time we've done like a multi-course kind of thing. Are you excited to kind of come out and of this magnitude, I guess?
Correct, yeah.
And are you excited to like kind of come out and share each course with us? Or
yes.
How are you and I going to work together on this day? I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited to see. No, I think it's great. I think that you will put your own twist on things. I'll come and talk about the dish, and then I'll scurry away to do the next one and leave the rest to you.
So cool.
I'm excited. I think with my in-home private dinners, I mean, that's definitely ramped up over the years, and I always do 4 courses in all my private dinners. So this is just kind of like add 50 more plates.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just supersize it.
And when you do those private dinners, are you literally going to people's homes or Airbnbs?
So local Airbnbs, private homes. Yeah, it's so much fun. That's like a whole other side of the business, is cooking in a different kitchen all the time because you just don't know what you're going to walk into.
Yeah. Well, my friends were just staying at the place at Truss.
Oh.
And they have a couple different accommodations there. And the big one, I mean, this kitchen is just like, it's a big ass long island with everything there. And then another stove over here. I'm like, gosh, you could really go to town in something like this. So you must go to some where you're like, sweet.
Yeah, some kitchens you're like, yes. And some kitchens you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like I was working I was doing a private dinner at Airbnb and they ran out of propane.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, Okay. So they had like a little barbecue with like a little propane tank. So I like cooked all the proteins on that. I found an electric skillet and I did mashed potatoes on an electric skillet.
You got to roll.
You
with
got
it.
creative
I
real fast.
I did
real
one
fast.
of the ovens. Both the ovens went down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you never know.
Like really tying my hands here. Like making it. Oh
but those make for the best stories, I feel like, because then you're like, well, I did that. So what else can I do?
Yeah, when people are like, can you figure it out? I'm like, yeah, I can.
Some really funny stories. I love these stories. Well, this is great. At hertable.com, that is how you get tickets for this Sunday's Untamed Dinner. Chef Katie Prescott has 5 courses.
Correct.
Wow, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to be there. Can't wait to drink all this wine. Steinbeck, McPrice Myers, Ulloa,
Alta Kalina.
Yes.
And Ella's.
And Ella's.
Ella's. Closing it out.
Yes.
At their beautiful Creston
Oh my
location.
gosh, and it's fantastic.
And what's great about this location is if you're coming from Slow, you just hit off the 41, go east, you're there in 10 minutes.
Correct.
And if you're in Paso, go down east, you're there in 10 minutes. Like it's not that, I love it. It's great when I love little events, like even going to Cass, up the 41, boom.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's parking and it's just 360 gorgeous views. And I live 15 minutes away, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'm 15 minutes in the opposite direction, so it works out great.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, I can't thank you enough. At Her Table, it represents some really incredible stuff. I've always loved working with you, Candace. It's so great to see what you've been doing. And congrats on, more Chef Candace stuff and Club Sup stuff. And then, of course, this new gig at Cass as executive chef. That's exciting.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's really cool to see what has become of you and your talents. And I can't wait to see more what is becoming of you and your talents, Katie.
Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Yeah,
this is such a treat.
Really fun chat, wasn't it?
Yes.
Good. Thanks for being Up and Adam, guys.
Thank you.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right. Chef Candace, Chef Katie, thank you both for being Up and Adam with us. The Untamed Dinner happening this Sunday. Just a few tickets left. Got links in the show notes to athertable.com. That's where you go. But you're just it's at your fingertips right now. Check it out. I would love to see you there this Sunday. All right. Speaking of things going on, this Sunday in the afternoon, our friends at Timbre, they're doing their collab with the Cal Poly EIM students called Wine You Want to Listen To. That's happening. Tickets available. Also, I'll leave a link in the show notes like I've been doing, helping my friends out. I love the folks at Timbre Winery. Just awesome, great people. Josh and Chiasa Clapper, want to thank them for giving us the Timbre Lobros Studios. Also, Moonshiner Collective. I thank them for original music on this show called Start Again. His concert March 20th. New music, who dis? I'm excited to hear new music, new stuff. A new EP from Dan and the guys of Moonshiner Collective. Slow Brew Rock March 20th. Tickets available, moonshinercollective.com. Don't miss out on that. Can't wait. I want to thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing to the show wherever you listen to it. It means a ton, especially if you're on Apple Podcasts, a 5-star and a review. It means a lot. It really does. Helps that algo, helps people discover this community. So thank you in advance. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. Smack dab, middle of the week, baby. The rest, downhill. We are coasting to the weekend. Much love. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Adam Montiel. Thanks again for being Up and Adam.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again. Let's start again.